Okay, so the assessment plan is for the session that we're going to do for the next 10 minutes. I'm the assessor, Talia O'Brien, and my learner is Anouschka Blake. And we are doing the unit of competency for recognising extremely short and simple workplace signs and symbols. And this assessment is taking place today on the 28th of the 2nd, 2023, at 11:45, coming on to 12 o'clock at Buchan Street, Cairns. So the performance evidence, what I as the assessor will be looking for is the ability to interpret at least 3 different highly familiar and extremely simple and short workplace signs and symbols, one of which must be a sign and one a symbol. This will be assessed by written questions and observation checklist. I'll also be looking for knowledge evidence, knowledge of explicit reasons for reading workplace signs and symbols, purpose and uses of extremely short and simple workplace signs and symbols, highly explicit text features of workplace signs and symbols and their uses, reading strategies that support recognizing extremely short and simple workplace signs and symbols, and methods to check understanding of signs and symbols. So again, that will be assessed through written questions and observation checklist. There are organisational arrangements made. So competency is to be assessed in the workplace, a workplace simulated environment or a vocational training context. So Anouschka, here's the assessment cover sheet for the assessment that you'll be doing today. If you could have a look over the details, and then I'm going to get your signature on this first page. So the qualification unit that we're doing today is recognise extremely short and simple workplace signs and symbols.
Yes.
So your learner details are here, Anouschka Blake, your USI, your address, phone, email, and today's date, the 28th of the 2nd, 2023. Just going to read you, or you can have a read yourself if you'd like, of the declaration. And by signing below, you're just declaring these things.
Great.
So we'll just go through the assessment instructions now for both yourself, but also for me. So we're participating in the induction science program, looked at the unit of competency there. So the process for this, it is a competency-based assessment. So you will get a result of competent or not competent. In that case, you as the learner receives a not competent result, you will have to retake the assessment. So you have 3 attempts to receive a satisfactory result. So the activities and requirements for this, the purpose and reason is to upskill with the focus on those workplace signs and symbols, and we'll collect the evidence through 8 questions. So all questions must be answered to receive a satisfactory result. Like I said, 3 attempts, and we've got the laptop and writing materials here to complete this task. So I just want to read your rights and responsibilities. So the appeal. Candidates have a right to appeal an assessment decision. So as a candidate, you're required to detail the reasons for the appeal in writing within 14 days of the assessment decision. A different assessor will be assigned to review the decision and will provide revised feedback and direction. The confidentiality, all records will be held and results released only when written consent is given by the learner. Authentic evidence, it must be authenticated. The learner declaration must be signed, and all documents will be verified when not directly assessed. And finally, learner rights to choose whether or not to undertake the assessment. So you do have the option to be assessed to gain recognition of competence for the unit of competency being assessed. And if you choose not to, there will not be any SOA issued. So inclusive assessment practice, you have the student handbook. You also have our help if you need it, and the reasonable adjustment may be applied as per the student handbook. Do you understand all of your rights and responsibilities?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Are you able to sign, and then I'll sign it as well? Great. So we'll get into it now, the written questions. So Again, we were looking at recognising extremely short and simple workplace signs and symbols. So 8 questions. You get to review these and ask questions. It's an open book assessment and you can refer to your notes if you would like. Again, 3 attempts. And also I can assist you where required. So if you have any questions.
All good, yeah.
All good? Okay, so here are the workplace signs and symbols that we're going to reference for these 8 questions. Would you like to work through the 8 questions yourself? So
Yeah,
you
sure.
read the question and then just answer it, whatever it's asking of you. And we'll come back to the right-hand column at the end as a marking.
Okay, thank you.
It's easy, you can highlight it or just make notes somewhere there. Yeah, that's fine if that works for you. Yeah.
So do these options here get apply to the answers, or is this right?
Yeah, so you can give your response to what you think
Great.
the purpose of the sign number is.
Great, thank you.
to go.
Yeah,
Completed
great.
all-
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through it now. Identify each of the 6 signs on the handout. Write the number next to the correct label. Question 1. So you've got 3, 1, 2, 5, 4, 6. Have a look at the answers on the next sheet. 3, 1, 2, 5, 4, 6. That's 3. Question 2. Who do the signs above apply to? Circle the correct response to the question. So the signs apply to A, people in the workplace, including visitors. So answers are people in the workplace, including visitors. You have a look at the, so also I got B, anyone in the immediate area of the sign. Let's have a look at that option on question 2 on your assessment task sheet.
Yeah.
So who do the signs above apply to? So we've got people in the workplace, including visitors. We have a look at these other 3 answers here.
Yeah.
Why might we choose B as well? Which says anyone in the immediate area of the sign.
So within a workplace or?
Yeah. So where those signs are, will those signs apply to any of these options?
Sure, yeah. Well, probably people, yeah, as well, within the bush, somewhere else outside of a workplace.
So that one wouldn't apply?
No, but
No.
anyone in the immediate area is fine.
Yeah, great. Because if that sign is in the workplace, it might be for those people in the workplace, visitors coming and going, but there's also an option there as well. That's in that vicinity, that's in that immediate area. Yeah. So would you agree that that would be the answer as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Question 3, what is the purpose of sign number 5? Let's have a look. Keep hands clear. For workers and visitors to keep hands clear. Question 4, who might be the audience of sign number 2? What does this sign say?
Danger to not contact.
And we've got the answer for both workers and visitors. Yep. Identify the text features of sign number 4. So sign number 4 was the fire extinguisher sign. We've got white text, fire extinguisher on red background stand out. Great, you've identified the text there. Question 6, where do you check the meaning of signs if you're not sure? And you've got supervisor. So in the answers, we've got supervisor there, which is great. Out of those other options, is there another person that you might be able to check with?
Yeah, I did see the option for workplace trainer. I think that would include them as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why that you might go for supervisor and workplace trainer?
Perhaps the supervisor is in the office at the time.
Yep.
So I can always refer to the trainer.
Great, thank you. Question 7, what does the red circle with 1 diagonal line going across mean? Not allowed. Not allowed. Great. And question 8, we'll just mark these 2 here as satisfactory. And what is usually found on a first aid sign?
Yeah, so yeah, words first aid and also a white cross.
Yeah. Great. We'll look at that. It's not in there.
No.
We'll look at the answers here.
And a green back.
And the green background. So do you know where the first aid is located in this workplace?
Yeah, it is located on the shelf in the kitchen.
Yeah. Great, thank you. So the outcome for this assessment is satisfactory. I'm just going to add some comments here. Well done. You have questions. Completed the questions with relevant responses to our workplace. So I've just dated it here. I'm going to sign. If I could get you to sign as well. Sure. Okay. So looking at the reference to these answers, you have done all of those now and completed satisfactory. Again, same comments as above. I'm going to sign. It's time to show that we've looked through the answers. Great. And now just the second part to the checklist. Now this is much quicker than the first. So both tasks do need to be completed to be satisfactory and to have a competent outcome. So I'm just going to have a look at the observation criteria here now. So this is in regards to your performance of completing that written questions. So did you as the learner use reading strategies to recognise highly familiar signs and symbols? Yes, you did. So you referenced the text features, you referenced, I guess, the colours, different parts of the signs that you could see. And you checked if information is correct. I could see that you were scrolling up and down, making sure that you completed all your answers. So yes, you do have a satisfactory response to both of those. So your outcome is satisfactory. You clearly knew how to identify and understand signs and symbols without my help. And when you did have the need for a question, you did ask, so well done. I'm going to sign off here now. Observation checklisted again. Satisfactory. Your signature. Thank you. And so that brings us to the end of the assessment task now. So just the general information, we've just completed the unit of competency, recognising extremely short and simple workplace signs and symbols. You, the learner, Anouschka, and the assessor, Talia. On today's date, 28th of the 2nd, 2023, you've completed the assessment task, written questions and observation checklist, to which you have both been satisfactory, and your end result is competent. So overall comments. Learner has completed both the written questions and observation checklist. It will be a satisfactory result and is deemed competent. So there is no further actions to take place, and I'm going to sign off on that. So well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anouschka.